Hey, what's up? Rosalind Johnson here. This is the fifth video that I've done from this view. Today it's overcast, but it's still beautiful. I mean, those clouds I think are actually quite stunning. Okay, so I got another voice memo from a colleague who has been in business for 5 years, and up until this last year, they participated in the Queer MBA. There was a lot of local in the community work, and this person has pivoted into more telehealth, online presence work, and it's opened up what it becomes possible for them, which has been amazing. But the question is, do I need to have a website? And actually, if you watch the video before this one, where we talk about like what are the most important technologies to set up at the beginning, or like depending on your stage, but at the beginning stages, we talk about like, well, you don't necessarily like website is one element of the invitation that is well known and typical, but lots of businesses are live other places. Like Instagram, for example, some businesses are exclusively on Instagram. It's not how I run a business. It's not necessarily something that I'm super tuned into. So I can't recommend that, but there is the option to live in other people's platforms. I think it's tricky because if something on their end changes, uh, it's out of your control. So I personally like having a website. Now, could you be exclusively word of mouth or like this like magical card that gets passed around or just a text message? Like totally. There are so many ways to, if you've seen some of my case studies, be the witch at the edge of town that you go and find. Like totally possible. Um, it's a little bit harder to like pull levers that may produce results that you want when you have like nothing out there in the world. So I do recommend having something that is understandable by other people. Like people understand websites, they understand business cards, they understand phone numbers. Some people understand Instagram. Like being in the place where your clients understand how to get there and how to find you is crucial for them to find you. So, but in the last video, I talked about, oh, there's 6 elements you need to have. So I'm going to go over the 6 elements today because if you don't want to have a website for some reason, which, this person was saying, well, did you hear that call? Uh, I, th I don't know what it is, and I don't know if you can hear it, but it's beautiful. Um, this person's saying, oh, website is expensive, but they were like, well, actually, it's not that expensive, but making it beautiful, making it the next level up is going to be expensive. And it is. It will, if you built a website in early days and you now see the clear vision of how you want it to look and how you want it to feel and what you want it to say, it will take energy to get it to the next level. It always does. And a website, like any tool in your business, is not something you set and forget. It's a living, breathing organism. You're always leveling it up, and it might cost some money to get it to the next level of growth. Money, time, energy. You're kind of like developing a skill of design or writing, whatever it is. So yes, it will take energy to get it to the next level. Whether it's something you need or not is a huge question. I can't exactly answer that for you on this call, but I think you can look at who's coming to you. You can ask them how important the website is to them. You can do a little bit of research. You can talk to other people that are that can do some experiments with you, right? We could do an experiment like what happens when we change this and send people there or add a download. Like what does that change about how many people come through and what actions they take? These are the kinds of experiments that living online, putting your business online, is the same thing that a storefront owner does by like, what happens when I put a sandwich board outside? Or what happens when I have a 10% discount on Tuesdays? Like these are all experiments that you do in your business that you would do anywhere, like at a storefront, inside of a community. If you were a facilitator, you might change something you're facilitating, right? There's all these things you would dial in ever so slightly. I think websites can be challenging because it's like so new to all of us. I grew up without the internet and then I met the internet, right? I'm a millennial. So I'm still like, how does this whole thing work? So if you're facing that challenge, that's why it's harder to run experiments. Not because Hummingbird, not because Cameo, not because the internet is a bad place or unlearnable, but because it's it's new and unfamiliar. All right, so the 6 elements that you want to make sure you have on wherever you are, whether it's Instagram, whether it's a piece of paper, a flyer, um, whether it's a website. And then, adding the beauty is crucial because you know what makes you feel warm and good, and that's evolved as you've run your business, and so you're going to be more tuned into your potential clients. All right, so you have to say the what. Like it has to be clear what it is that you're inviting people into, what it is that you're offering. If it's something unfamiliar, it has to be clear enough that they can match it to something that is known. It doesn't have to be generic, but it has to be like fit into a pattern. Typically, it's helpful to name the issue, why they're coming, what they're struggling with. It's a bit of empathy. It's a sense of like, hey, I see you. Here's why you're here. You might give context for the why, like what is happening? Why is this happening? What are they missing? Again, it's like another layer of empathy that shows your awareness of who they are in the world. You speak to the possibilities, what becomes possible, what is the option for more freedom, liberation, health, connection, etc. The clarity, like what is unique about you and what you're bringing and what becomes possible with the possibilities of you and them together. And then the action, right? Like book a call, download this free download, join my newsletter, come to this event, whatever it is. Like here's who you are, here's who I am, here's how we can play. Now, this can be done in 6 sentences. I mean, it can be done in less than 6 sentences. It can be done in 6 pages. That is like totally your preference and your style around and your people. Like, what do they want? What are they looking for? Who are they? And some people are going to come in and read everything, and some people are going to come in and look at your photo and call you or not call you. And you don't know who's who yet, so you've got to play around with that. But it's all about experimenting and having a bit of fun with this. So go have some fun and let me know what you find. Have a great day.